Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank the ranking member and each of the members of this committee and my good friend, the gentleman from New Jersey, as well. And I want to express my deep appreciation, not just for your holding this hearing, but for taking the time to consider the real matters of priority setting with regard to our national defense. And I very much appreciate the opportunity to weigh in what I believe is a really pressing national security issue. The Marine Corps V-22 Osprey program has been involved in some of the most sophisticated combat operations since it became operational in 2009, and that's including, among them, the mission to eliminate Osama bin Laden. With the kind of flexibility it has, of course, you know, it flies like a helicopter, lands like a helicopter, flies like a plane, and it gives unmatched flexibility to the warfighter in the theater. Marine commanders will tell you that the Osprey gives them the unprecedented ability to move troops and material around the battlefield faster than ever before. It has also been one of America's best examples of its outreach to nations who are struggling with natural disasters. The Osprey is constructed at Boeing's facility in Ridley Park, Delaware County, and by Bell Helicopter in your home district, Amarillo, Texas, Mr. Chairman. But fundamentally, it's been purchased under a 5-year contract that Congress authorized in fiscal year 2013. And at that time, all 4 congressional defense committees, including this committee, supported that contract. For good reason. The contract saved nearly $1 billion over a single-year contracts, and it gave predictability to the industry to even drive further efficiencies and capabilities into the aircraft. But unfortunately, the President's fiscal year 2017 budget request unexpectedly reduced the procurement of the Osprey aircraft by 2 airframes. It increased the cost and termination liability that could ultimately lead to additional and unnecessary cost for the taxpayers. It's cut the potential to jeopardize the workforce at the Boeing facility in Ridley, and I would suspect similarly in Amarillo, Texas. And it will take vital tools out of the hands of our battlefield commanders. The only reason for the reduction is a budget from the White House that doesn't meet the needs of our warfighters. And it's why the Marine Corps itself actually requested that the 2 aircraft be replaced in its annual unfunded priorities list, which was submitted to the committee after this budget release. The V-22 Osprey has proven itself to be one of the most versatile aircraft in the Pentagon's inventory. Its success in action is a tribute to the men and women who fly the Osprey and to the skills of the workforce in both Ridley Park and in Amarillo that produce it. Congress and your respective committees in particular have reliably demonstrated strong support for the V-22 program, and I ask that your committee continue the steadfast approach by restoring 2 MV-22 airframes in the fiscal year 2017 budget. They're a good deal for our taxpayers, they support good-paying jobs, and most importantly, they're a vital tool for the men and women in the field. And I thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. The gentleman from New Jersey is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you. It's good to see that you came in and brought this to light. Certainly, we've been watching it from the days that we went over and saw this. It's about predictability. Most importantly, it's that V-22, who we hear as early as last week from the Commandant of the Marine Corps, how important it is for those 2 additional airframes. So we hear you loud and clear, and certainly we'll be pressing that matter. Thank you for your testimony.
I want to thank the gentleman. It was so critical. We've watched the workers on this program and their ability to create the efficiencies with the multi-year contracting, which has produced a better and more effective war machine and also saved money simultaneously. We're working against ourselves if we allow this to go forward as directed by the administration. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.